In this video, I'm going to be breaking down shooting, trying to guide you when it comes to the badges and your setup, how you should get going when you make your build, and to understand the systems in general. Hope this video is helpful. So lock in with me right now as we go forward. Take a look. I have a graph here with all of the badge requirements, and I kind of spread them out a little bit to help people understand what they should do and shouldn't do when it comes to making a build. There are multiple categories within shooting, depending on the type of player you are, whether it's a spot up shooter, whether you're the main ball handler shooting off the dribble, or if you're a post player, and so much more. But we just want to focus on the badges, and we want to focus on how you should set things up as you go forward. All right, so lock in with me. Hope y'all enjoy this. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's get it. All right, so first and foremost, as you can see, this system is very simple. Okay, you want to stick to your specific play style. All right, and we're gonna start off with Agent 3. This is for on the ball, off the dribble guards, or even big men. I mean, if you're somebody that's ISOing or doing anything, pick and rolls or whatever it is that you play and you're off the dribble shots, Agent 3 is going to support that. So you want to check out the requirements. You know, a Hall of Fame is at a 98. That's a lot. I think 94 is reasonable, but of course, even an 86 with silver can possibly be useful. Last year it was decent, so you're going to be able to test that, and we'll definitely be making videos on these badges as we go. All right, so limitless range. This is strictly for the PG guards that are going to be stepping out and trying to hit some wild shots to make the defense pay. All right, and it's a pretty high price to get it, very high, but it's a useful badge nonetheless if that's the style you want to play. All right, open look. This is something that even if you're on the ball or off the ball, one of those badges is going to help everybody. Because if you're spotting up and you're open, cool. If I get a pick and roll and I'm open and I shoot, I'm going to get a bonus and an easier make window there with this specific badge. All right, so pay attention and look for the requirements that you think is great. I feel like an 88 is reasonable for most builds that are shooters, unless you're just a spot up and you're going to have a lower range. You can go with a silver and still have some type of boost with that. All right, Green Machine, another one of those badges for everybody for the most part. If you're going to make 2 shots and you're going to keep on hitting, this will definitely give you that boost after your second shot. So lock in. And then the 2 badges that are situational is Deadeye and Blinders. Blinders are for people who are off the dribble, fading, and even guys sometimes in the corner will get a lot of contests from the side. This badge is very useful for those style of play. And then Deadeye's whoever's right in front of you. So if you're getting a lot of people running at you for the contest. And my thing is the requirements for silver isn't too high. If you're going to be shooting at all, if you can get it at 84 for Deadeye, for example, or an 83 for Blinders, that's going to be fine. And of course, remember, if you're posting up, you're definitely going to want Blinders, and you're going to want to use that because you're going to take a little spin and then a jumper fade away, and you'll have some contest on you. So having these is very critical. Look for the right number. Personally, if you're going to be doing mid fades, a 90s to me the sweet spot. As you can see here, that's going to be good. But going down the line, there's a lot more. For example, Space Creator for the 3 or the MIDI, the requirements are not too high, but they're almost maxed out. But for the gold tier, it's an 88 or an 87. I would think if you're going to be shooting a lot and that's your main way you want to play, that you can have 78. All right, now the rest of these badges are catch and shoot. Most of them, not all of them, but a good little chunk here. Catch and shoot, claymore, and corner specialist. Those 3 are specific for spot ups. They still could be used by other players as well, like catch and shoot. When you're doing a pick and roll and you get the ball back, you can go ahead and pop off. So if you're going to be the guard shooting a lot, you're going to have at least an 85. That's really nice for catch and shoot. Is going to give you the chance to hit your shots. Again, 85 feels like the number because you can see Corner specialist requires an 85 as well, and that's going to be critical. And then Claymore on silver, on gold is an 82. So with an 85-3, you're going to be an unstoppable catch and shoot, like dominant player. That would be exaggerating. You can literally go lower than that and still be efficient, in my opinion. All right, then you have guard up, the badge that we had last year, and the requirements are decent for gold. Again, within the 80s. I feel like the 80s is a sweet spot. You're going to get a lot of gold badges this year for that. Okay, the post-up players for mid-ranges, 86, once again, for gold. Hall of Fame is a 95. And the reason I'm pointing these out is because you want to meet your threshold, all right? You want to hit the right spot. And then Spot Finder, this is a special badge. It has multiple requirements, like acceleration as one of them. And that's got to be at an 89. Do you want it that high? Probably not. A 70 is reasonable for most builds. If you're a big man, you know, you can probably still reach that if you really want to be fast. But everybody else, any guard or wing, should have speed. Speed kills in this game, so make sure you have that. And then as far as like Hall of Fame, the highest requirement for Spot Finder is a 90. You can do it for mid-range, close, all that. So pay attention to that. All right, so last but not least, we got a couple more in here. We got the Comeback Kid, free throw points, and then the Post Phenom. To me, Post Phenom is the one you want to pay attention to. I don't feel like Comeback Kid and free points is a big deal. We'll find out if it's useful this year. But if I'm looking at Post Phenom and I'm a post player, I'm trying to see the highest requirement. For close shots, it'll require you a 93. But guess what? I can just have post control at an 85 and get Hall of Fame version on this. Or I can get a mid-range at an 86. So you can see this is where the sweet spot is. Once again, that'll be something I would personally go with. And then last but not least, I think we all know this badge, the slippery off ball. There is a new speed boost mechanic that you can do off ball. And then if you combine it with this, I'm curious how that would work and how strong it would be. Personally, I can't wait to see off-ball movement this year. If it comes to meta, I'm gonna be very happy to see real-life basketball enter into the game. All right, so a 92 for acceleration. That's easy to get for any guard. All right, if a guard can go crazy with a 92, so they can have all the other aspects, they'll be good to go. So as you can see right here, this is important. Pay attention. The reason I made this video the way I did, I don't want you to look at any gameplay. I want you to actually pay attention and then start taking notes on what it is. So rewind this, play it back, and see what you're gonna do. Not every player needs everything. If you're a spot up, make sure you have the right attributes to get these badge requirements so that you can be more efficient when you're spotting up. If you're on ball, take your time, as we saw earlier when I was talking about Agent 3, for example, one of the most critical, off the ball dribbles. On ball dribble, pull up style, very critical. All right. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, and I earned your like, subscribe, and comment, it's much appreciated. Keep doing y'all things. Stay blessed out there. 1 up.